welcome to Blended Biracial Family Life. My name is Tasha, and I guess I'll start off by telling you a little bit about our family dynamic and those members of our house. We have my fiance, myself. My fiance has two children from two previous relationships, a 7-year-old Carter and 4-year-old Naomi. And then I have a daughter from a previous relationship who lives in the household, and that's Terralyn, and she's 7. Carter and Terralyn attend the same school. They're in the same grade. So there's definitely some conversation we'll have regarding that and the unique sibling rivalry where they're almost like twins, but not really. As well as I'd like to go into some other topics about the biracial aspect of things. And what it's like in the household having 3 moms per child. So we'll definitely go into different topics, but definitely if you have any particular topics that you'd like me to discuss, feel free to comment below, or if you have any feedback for what we discussed today, I'd love to hear it, so feel free. Also, I have a Facebook page, Blended Biracial Family Life, excuse me. So definitely reach out to me there and join in on the discussion. So today's topic I want to discuss is stepmoms. A lot of people have a lot of different views on what a stepmom is and a stepmom's role in the family dynamic. I want to discuss mine, but I'm really interested in hearing what other people have to say about the topic so I can get a broader understanding, and hopefully we can help each other if you're a stepmom out there in a similar situation. So let me first start by saying that when Charlie and I got together initially, I had no expectations of being called mom or of stepping in as mom. My goal, since the moms were active in their children's lives, was to be a support system for Charlie and a mother figure when their mothers weren't around, so they were never feeling like they were missing out on the complete family. Not sure if I phrased that right, but hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. As far as for my daughter, because her father is not involved in any way, my hope was that I would find a man who loved my daughter even more than he loved me and would love my daughter like his own child. Now, once we started getting serious in our relationship, that's when I started to realize that that was a bit of an unbalance, to expect him to be a father to my child and for me merely to be a support to his two. How could I ask him to be more than what I was willing or able to be? Now, true enough, in my situation, her father isn't present. In their situations, their mothers are. But in either case, that doesn't mean anything as far as what the level of involvement should be, in my opinion. Now, not meaning to step on anyone's toes, which I don't. When they're here, I act in a motherly role, and when they go home, they have their mothers. Period. The end. Charlie is all 3 of their fathers, in my opinion, and that's including my daughter. She calls him daddy. I never told her to call him daddy. When I moved in with him initially, she called him Mr. Charlie, which then moved to Daddy Charlie. And then one day I came home from work and she was saying daddy. Now, I never corrected her on that because she doesn't have a father figure other than him, and he has all intentions of adopting her, so he will legally be her father. Now, as far as his children, his son, Carter, just sees me as a support system to his dad. I do love him like my own child, but he has a very strong bond with his mother, and his mother and I work together in co-parenting, where we're very friendly, and we have a great relationship. Most holidays we're all together, so he never has to choose between his father and his mother. He can actually celebrate with all of us, and I love that. And I wish that was the case for his daughter, who his mother and I don't have a great relationship. We don't really talk at all, and she actually has issues with my role in Naomi's life. Now, with Naomi, she does see me as a mother figure because she's younger, she's 4, and we have her every night and then every other weekend. So I'm the one who helps put her to bed at night. I wake her up in the morning for school and get her dressed, and I'm the one who's there every other weekend with her. So she does spend a lot of the time with us. He has primary physical custody of Naomi. So because of that, she does on her own call me mom. Sometimes she switches it up. It'll be Tashi, it'll be Tosh, it'll be mom, it'll be mama. She's 4. So I don't really want to make a big deal out of what she labels me, because she is only 4. And I feel like, in many respects, I am a mother figure to her. I was always taught that you shouldn't consider kids, your stepkids, that the word step kind of differentiates or categorize them as different than your own. And so you should love all your children equally, whether they're your stepchildren or your biological children. If you love your husband or your wife, that's your child too. So it's really hard for me to understand the logic behind there being an issue with her looking to me as a mother figure and calling me mom or stepmom. I understand in the sense that I don't, know how I would feel if there was a stepmother helping to take care of Tara Lynn. But if that woman was good to her, loved her, and treated her like her own, then in all honesty, I don't think a child could ever have too much love. And I would actually encourage it. Instead, I would look to make a relationship with this other person who has such a big influence in my child's life. Why wouldn't you want to know someone who your child is with every single day? And why wouldn't you respect them for being a good influence and loving your child and taking care of your child when you're not around? That's just my opinion as far as that goes. Now, as far as wanting a child to call you mom if you're a stepmom, I never wanted it. I never thought about it. I never expected it, to be honest. I've never been in this particular situation before. My parents are married 50 years. My brother and I have the same mom and dad, so we've never had a step situation. The closest I've come to it is a cousin who married a woman who had children of her own, and then they had 2 children together, and he always treated them all equally, and I always saw them all as my cousins. I never looked at them as, oh, these are her kids and these 2 are the ones that are my blood. They loved each other like brothers and sisters, so who am I to differentiate and see things as separate? And that's the situation with us. Naomi and Tara Lynn are very close. They see each other as sisters. They introduce themselves as sisters, and they love each other as sisters. Carter, he sees Tara Lynn as a sister sometimes, and sometimes he doesn't. He's 7 and he's at that age. Again, it's 2 different mothers, 2 different upbringings, 2 different ways of looking at things. So I try not to get bogged down with that. I just accept it for what it is, as long as it's not hurtful to Tara Lynn. Sometimes it can be, and that's when I address it. But that's on topic for another day, definitely. Anyway, not to make this too long for a first video, that's pretty much my views on stepmom. I think a stepmom should be definitely first a support system to their husband or their stepchildren's father. Secondly, I think a stepmom should be willing to step in when the mom is not present, step up in helping in any way possible in raising these children. And definitely, first and foremost, I think on both sides, you should love the children more than you even love the spouse that you're with. These children didn't ask to be here. Um, it's definite, if it's hard for us, it's even harder for them. And we need to be there for them first, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they know they're loved. Um, and then the rest will just fall into place in time. Definitely, it's not going to be easy. It's not easy for us, but you got to do the best you can, and communication is key. As far as being called mom or not being called mom, that's really up to the child and how they feel about you. And I don't think any of the parents should weigh in on the topic. If the child feels that they love this person enough that they want to call this person mom also, then so be it. They're just a bonus mom, and there should be nothing wrong with that. If you have an issue with it, I think the issue is really with yourself, not the other person, and not with the child, and that should just be something you deal with. Now, as far as them not calling you mom, that doesn't speak to how they feel in their heart. They know who you are, they know what your role is in the relationship. They should hopefully respect you as such. Again, my dad always said, you teach people how to treat you. So if you are a loving, open person who carries themselves in a respectful manner, the children will learn to see you that way. It took time with me, with my stepson, to be able to build any type of relationship, but he's slowly coming around and seeing that I'm not here to interfere in what he has with his dad. I'm not here to take his mom's place. I just want to love him and be there for him however he needs me to be. Same thing goes for Naomi. I love her just like my own child. She's younger, so I think she needs more, and I try to give her that. Not trying to take anyone's place. I'm just trying to find my own place in her heart and be what she needs me to be. And that's my focus, not how anyone feels about it or what other people's opinions are about it within the family dynamic. It's mainly how she feels and what she needs that I'm concerned with. As far as my daughter, it's hard for her, because she tends to be a lot like me, very open and loving. So she's more accepting of the situation. She took in both her stepbrother and her stepsister, as well as Charlie, with open arms. And truthfully, I think she's gotten a little bit of the childhood amnesia, where she really doesn't remember life before them. So to her, this is her brother and sister, and this is her dad. And that's pretty much it. She doesn't like sometimes when she doesn't get to see them, because Carter's here Thursday through Sunday, and Naomi, like I said, she's here every single night, and then every other weekend. So, there are times when, she doesn't have Naomi here, or she doesn't have Carter here, and she doesn't really completely understand why her brother and sister aren't here all the time, because she loves them and misses them. But other than that, like I said, it's a learning curve. We're all trying to figure it out. If you have any differing views to what I've discussed, or if you want to chime in and just add to the discussion, definitely leave your comments below. If you like what I had to say, or you like the concept behind this channel, definitely give me a thumbs up. Some likes would be great. Definitely subscribe. I'm new, like I said, this is my first video, So I know I got a lot of learning to do, but I do hope to bring up other topics along the way and definitely involve the family in discussing their views on things. Might even bring in Carter's mom for some perspective on the other side of things, maybe for a chat between us would be great. But let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. Bye.